Emma thought it was over. She moved across town, got rid of every piece of furniture she once owned, and refused to bring anything old into her new life. She even avoided mirrors. No vanity, no wall decor, not even the reflective kind on utensils or phones. Just a clean break, a new beginning. For a while, it worked. The nightmare stopped. The feeling of being watched faded. The world felt still again. But on the third night in her new apartment, she woke with a start. Heart pounding, air cold. Her phone screen flickered on beside her. 3:17 a.m. She stared at the numbers. It couldn't be a coincidence. It was the same time, every time before, back when the mirror still lived in her bedroom. She told herself it didn't mean anything. Coincidences happen. But her body knew better. It was shivering. And then she heard something. Software. A scratching sound, like nails lightly dragging across glass. She froze. Listened. It was coming from the bathroom. She approached slowly, half expecting to find an animal or a draft. But the door was shut. The lights were off. She opened it. Just a crack. There, in the dim glow of a nightlight, her reflection stood in the mirror. Only she hadn't stepped in yet. Emma slammed the door. She didn't sleep for the rest of the night. The next morning, she told herself it was sleep paralysis, a half dream, a trick of the eye. But she started seeing it again, not always in mirrors, sometimes in dark windows, the black screen of a TV, or the surface of still water in the kitchen sink, always the same figure. Her, or something that wore her face. And it always did the same thing. It stared, smiled, and sometimes it waved. She started leaving the lights on at night, removed the bathroom mirror, covered the microwave with a towel, put tape over her phone camera. But reflections have a way of finding you. Soon, things began moving around her apartment. Little things at first. The salt shaker, not where she left it. Closet doors cracked open. Water running in the bathroom in the middle of the night. Then one morning, she found something etched in the condensation of her window. "I'm still with you." She hadn't showered, hadn't cooked. There was no reason for steam. And yet the message appeared. Twice. Each day a little different. "Let me in. You belong here. Look closer." Emma bought 3 security cameras. She placed them in her bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, connected them to her laptop. That night, she stayed awake, watching the feeds. At 3:17 a.m., the hallway camera picked up movement. Something tall, dark, human-shaped. It didn't trigger the motion sensor. It didn't have a shadow. It just slid silently past the frame. Then, static. The feed returned. Everything looked the same. But Emma was no longer in bed. She woke the next morning on the bathroom floor. Her hands were wet, and the mirror, the one she had removed, was back on the wall, cracked but not shattered, and something behind the glass was still moving. She called the landlord in a panic, demanded to know who had lived in her unit before her. The woman hesitated, then quietly said, "There was another girl before you. She moved in just after college, lived alone, quiet, nice girl, bit strange toward the end." Emma's blood ran cold. She complained about mirrors, said she saw things, reflections that didn't belong to her. Emma's voice barely came out. What happened to her? She disappeared. The landlord lowered her eyes. She left a note. It just said, "I think I'm the reflection now." Emma didn't pack, didn't wait. She left that night, locking the door behind her and never looking back. But as she descended the stairwell, she passed a hallway window. Dark outside. and in the glass, something was waving. She froze, turned slowly. There was no one behind her. And in the window, just for a split second, she saw her own face. But the eyes weren't hers, and the mouth wasn't smiling. It was laughing.